videotaped the assault and posted it on the internet.
The 17 pregnancies pushed up Gloucester High School's pregnancy rate fourfold.
Tamika was attacked by two 10-year-olds.
Bashing of a 12-year-old by a gang of youths.
I find the media tends to portray teenagers in a negative light. They appear more interested in the rise in incidences of alcohol, drugs, and sexual promiscuity. I have come here today to combat the media's slandering of our youth. It is my intention to show there are teenagers who are not just concerned with what society can give to them, but what they can give back to society. Do you have any students here that you feel take their time to give back to the community?
Well, how much time do you have? We've got 650 students that I think really do want to give back to the community. We have, a number of students that are traveling globally each year to serve on mission teams. We'll have 200 students this year that travel all over the world to build houses, to work in orphanages, to really serve less fortunate individuals around the world.
I think the hardest part of Russia was, well, I wanted to say temperature, but I'm going to say it was leaving. And we left at 4:30 in the morning, Russian time, and all the little Russian girls were out there in their pajamas, and it was probably minus 5 degrees Celsius, so it was pretty cold. And they were in their pajamas and they just had like a coat on. And they were all crying, and they just wanted to go, and they ran after the van all the way to the gate. It was just really sad.
You can help end a disease. It doesn't take hours and hours of time. It's a $10 net.
I went to Juarez, Mexico. We built 2 houses for families there.
The real moment was when I got to spend time with a 5-year-old orphan named Rosemani, and she spent 3 nights in our hotel room, and we just fell in love with her, and she actually has AIDS, so she's probably not going to make it too longer, but we just love her and think about her all the time.
I was on the service team, and we were out in this jungle where they're preparing new land for the new houses that the kids are staying in. And we were out in this jungle, trees, gnats, everything, taking machetes and just carving the way for the sidewalk for the kids. And these are really bad turns, and it's really muddy, and we're just digging all day long.
We'll have a much larger number that are serving right here in this community, in Gwinnett County and the surrounding area. We could talk about a few students and kind of highlight some things they're doing here. I think that's maybe more in line with the project you're working on currently, but Luke Davis is a student that comes to mind. Luke is one of our senior football players, a very talented individual. He has chosen this year to really hone in his time on helping serve individuals who are down and out, who don't have enough to eat, who are homeless, and really trying to rally our students to respond. And has done several projects already, has some others planned for the spring, but has really served as an example to his peers this year in his response to what he's seeing around him with hunger and things of that nature.
when I reflect on Luke, a leader, boy works hard, kind of led by his actions, and I think when you're a part of a team, those are the kinds of people you want to be associated with, not someone who's just talking about it, but someone who's actually living what they're telling other people to do.
Are you familiar with the work he does outside of the classroom?
He shared with me that he had an interest or desire to get involved with the some homeless projects, and the thing that I was most proud of is that he was willing to stand up in front of his peers and to say, "Hey, look, this is what I'm doing. Boy, I'd love for you to be a part of it." And for a teenager to have that attitude and mindset, I was just so impressed with that.
Obviously, Luke was a very strong boy. Was one of our few that squatted 500 pounds, benched over 300 pounds, was getting close to cleaning over 300, which are great significant numbers. Did very well in state weightlifting competitions as well as his in-season sports of football and track. But that's not really what made him special. Luke's always been very connected, and over the last year he really showed a great growth and maturity. Luke was always one of the first out here and always one of the last ones to leave the weight room, and really did set a tone for others in a very, very positive way. But again, it wasn't verbal, it was in his actions, which to me is more important, because people can talk all they want and words are cheap. Talk without action means nothing, and he was able to put some action to it.
Are you familiar with the work he does outside the classroom?
I do. He shares that often with me, and I think it's a tremendous idea that's kind of close to my heart. Homeless people and shelters have always struck home a chord with me a little bit. Driving home and you see people on the side of the street and you just wonder what the story is. And rather than wonder, Luke took it to the next level and actually became actively involved. Rather than just drop things off, Luke wanted to stay and become actively involved. And not only do I respect that, I actually look up to that. I wish I could achieve to that point, to really be that involved. I really think that that is a tremendous thing for a young man to learn and hopefully carry into the rest of his life.
Well, I've taught Luke this is my second year having Luke, and Luke is a very dedicated student. He always does his homework. He always does every project on time. He's very conscientious of doing the work. Luke goes to church with me, and he's always there every Sunday. And I don't want to use the word shocked, but I was amazed that when I found out about what he was wanting to do with the homeless men. And you sometimes don't give kids enough credit until you see that they have a bigger worldview than what you think they have. You think they're just concerned with football and grades and because mom and dad say go to church. But when you see a kid get involved with his own initiative to do something good, it really amazes you, and you can actually see what God is doing to their lives.
Is there any other things you can tell me about his personality?
He's a big guy. He can be very intimidating for the person if you don't know him. I mean, his stature is very intimidating, but when you get past that, he's really a big teddy bear.